Hey guys, welcome back or to the channel. This is 803 Garage and I am Michael, your host. Let's get started. What you see right here is my video editing machine I built 2 years ago and only just set it up today. These monitors mean nothing, they are just there for looks because I don't know how to plug them in properly to the video card. Even though there's space for it, I am still unsure. So eventually I'll get around to it, but this was my 4-quad monitor setup. I actually built this thing because I could not find a quad monitor setup. They only had duals, so I bought 2 duals and then welded them together. And you get this, something that I didn't use for another couple of years. Probably closer to, because it was at the beginning of 2018 and we're midway through 2020, so it's probably closer to 3 years now. That is awesome. Anyways, my nephew recently built a computer and he did a fantastic job. Like LEDs everywhere. Like, I'm gonna flip over again to mine just to show you the basics that I was going for. And here you have your standard RGB mouse that kind of changes colors. I don't think there's any customability before that. This is a couple years old. This right here is only one, and it's a backlight display kind of keyboard. Again, this is probably a good 10 years old, same with that monitor. But then you got into where you can have LED lights inside your computer. Now I got some decent LED lights. I built all this stuff, picked it all because it was red for one. It was the Stealth MSI carbon, which is I think what the motherboard is as well. And I got Thermaltech, which is also I think it's the case as well. Cooler Master for the that giant air-cooled fan right there. It's a V8 style fan. I'm like, yep, V8, my kind of style. I love muscle cars and engines. Slapped it in there. Got the LED RAM right there. I paid way too much for it, and today it's about half that price. And I loved it because it reminded me of Star Trek's Warp Core. Now, if you see everything here, it's all red. That's what I went with. The motherboard itself is a carbon fiber board. Not like the board itself, but it's the Star style carbon board. I'm so confusing this stuff anyways. But the other part, the only thing that was really changeable was my power supply. And it's a modular power supply where I can change out the LEDs. So I kept it red. Everything else is the same altogether. And I just pressed the key on that there. So, and then also I have the Logitech bypass, so I can run this stuff, this whole surround sound, without a pod. That's another video coming up later, and then I can do the dual subs right together on the singular pod. No, I do not want to test them both together. There's a couple crappy things that happen with this that have like some sort of sound and mutes and pops and things. Again, it's buggy, but it works. And then setup this is through a Y cable. That's in another video. Works really, really well. I have the same one in my room upstairs. I use it all the time, and it's been bloody brilliant. So now I have 2 of these setups, and we're good to go. The extra subwoofers I do have, I'm just going to go and get rid of them somehow. That all being said, I wanted to showcase my nephew's work. I had him send me a bunch of little videos and stuff, and he's able to customize the lights inside his computer. Now, I'm not even sure if mine's going to work all that well because it's crashed a couple times. Right now it's doing nothing, and it's been working all this time. So, and this is my nephew when he was a little more geekier. And you probably need a better picture because he looks nothing like that anymore. And that's it. So, without further ado, let's throw up my nephew's computers, his creation, his monster. And here we have the user interface for making your own custom colors. This is what you just saw in that user interface, and you've got the purple and green kind of like exploding outwards. It's pretty awesome. Now that is custom. Here's another picture of it. These are their 4 RAM sticks, and he has them working all together, which is phenomenal. This is the waterfall LEDs as it washes through the entire computer. It's pretty cool. You see it starts in the mouse and kind of comes through. So the mouse is part of it, which is even cooler. Like, it just kind of blows my mind on what you can do with all these LEDs. And I thought my smart home stuff was cool. This is another one where it kind of spirals out through the computer, and you see how it kind of echoes onward from each of the components, even with the mouse included in there. Like, isn't that cool? Like, the color combinations and customability is endless now. With the color, like, you can just do whatever you want. The other part I liked about this, and this is another one too, where it just kind of washes through the entire computer. The other part about it that I liked about this is you can set it up so if you're gaming or doing like any hardcore processing, like if you're doing some 3D rendering and your computer graphics card is under load, the computer itself is under load, you can have it, everything stay green when the computer is cool, amber when it starts to get hot, so you can see if there's any major hardware malfunctions, and then red if it's in, well, the red zone, if it's about to overheat and blow a circuit. Like, really, really cool. And that this computer is liquid cooled, as I previously said. Not sure if I did that or not, but you can see that where the processor lights up, that is the liquid cooled heatsink, and then the radiator after that. So I'm gonna throw on some music right now, and we'll just chill. Now, wasn't that fantastic, guys? Isn't it amazing what you can do with LED lights? Here is another theme that my nephew made and built. It just looks fantastic. This is what his computer looks like, well, before he did all the extra stuff, with the lights on. Now, an honorable mention was another computer my nephew built for his brother. Looks pretty daggone sweet. This is it with the lights on. Pretty cool, eh, guys? The combinations are endless. So that being said, you've seen all of the videos, how cool it is, how you can customize your lights with the RGBs and the, I'm not even sure what they're called, the QLED displays. There's so much craziness going on in all this stuff. His computer is actually liquid cooled, whereas mine is air cooled still. I went with this to basics. I'm probably gonna throw a couple more fans in here. If I can get this computer to be stable. Right now it's not stable, because when I get into doing the higher processes, is that, I don't even know if that's right. It crashes. And this is a brand new format, even though it was done 2 years ago, so I gotta figure all that stuff out. Could be the motherboard, might be the processor, who knows. If it is either of those two things, I am not happy. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video, and you too can build a computer, customize the LED lights. As my brother-in-law says, the idiot lights. I have a computer back in the day that is down here. It's one of the first builds I did, like the first LED builds I did, and it has 2 plastic LED bars, and they change color. He said it was, well, I'm not going to say what it is, but they changed a lot of colors, it's rainbow colors, and I thought it was cool at the time. I got teased, so I actually unplugged it for a couple years. I'm probably going to rebuild that PC sometime in the future and get those LEDs going again, because of, well, it was my first computer that I built. Back when there was like the Pentium 4 was the greatest thing, and I think I had like 3 gigahertz, and I thought I was the king on the street. These days, you can have quad processors or quadruplet processors up to 4 gigahertz. Like insane, just insanity. Anyways, hope you're all having a great day. Hope you enjoyed this video. And who doesn't love a good PC customization? Just like when you work on your cars. Peace out, guys. Take it easy, be safe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Before I go, guys, I was talking about how my computer was crashing, and I'm not sure if it just crashed or if it's just on standby. It looks like it is. Oh, okay, that's going to come on, so the monitor's going to pop up in a second. There it is, good. I'm going to try to figure out what the crashing issues are. If you guys have any ideas on what it could be, like this is a fresh format. I'm probably going to, since it's working, I'll steal the serial number back off of it, and that way I have a copy of that, because this is Windows 8, we all have, Windows 10, we all got free copies of this back in the day. I was a little slow on it, I'm like, I'm never going to use Windows 10, who cares? And I heard a lot of bad things about it being, it was for more for Microsoft, more for people being able to get into your life. So this computer was never supposed to be hooked up to the internet. It will be now. A lot of things have changed since I had it in my shed, but I don't know why it's crashing all the time. So I might just get a new copy of Windows 10 and then use that same serial number, update it all, see if it still crashes. The other thing is I could have bad drivers, and that's the other part of it, might be crashing, because I know if I take everything out, pull the CMOS chip, pull the battery for the CMOS, it suddenly starts working again. So that's why I think it might be motherboard related, and it could be something to do with the graphics card. Could be something to do with the motherboard in that regard. I know it rhymes with graphics card. Don't ask me why I messed that up. I do that a lot. I blame it on the concussion, but it's probably just me. Anyways, if you guys have any ideas, leave them down below in the comments on why this computer keeps crashing. Could just be because I built it. Who knows?